Story Kids Rise.
The King with Donkey Ears moral story for kids at Story Kids Rise. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a wise and just king named King Roland. King Roland was beloved by all his subjects for his fairness and kindness. However, King Roland had a secret that no one knew about. He had a pair of donkey ears hidden beneath his royal crown. King Roland's ears were a magical gift from a mischievous fairy who had been offended by him in his youth. The fairy cast a spell on him, giving him the ears of a donkey, but also granting him the wisdom to rule his kingdom with compassion and justice. Despite his magical ears, King Roland was a bit self-conscious about them. He always wore his crown to hide them from his people, fearing that they would laugh at him if they found out his secret. One day, a terrible drought struck the kingdom, and the crops began to wither, causing a famine among the people. King Roland knew he had to do something to help his subjects, but he didn't know what to do. Desperate for a solution, King Roland decided to seek the advice of the wise old owl who lived in the forest. He confided in the owl about his predicament, revealing his secret in the process. To his surprise, the owl reassured King Roland that his ears were not something to be ashamed of, but rather a symbol of his unique wisdom and compassion. The owl suggested that King Roland use his magical ears to listen to the concerns of his people and come up with a plan to solve the drought. With renewed confidence, King Roland returned to the palace and called a meeting of his advisors and the people of his kingdom. He listened carefully to their suggestions, and together they devised a plan to dig wells and create irrigation systems to bring water to the parched fields. Thanks to King Roland's wise leadership and the hard work of his people, the drought was soon overcome, and the kingdom flourished once again. From that day forward, King Roland no longer felt the need to hide his donkey ears. He wore his crown proudly, knowing that his ears were a symbol of his compassion, wisdom, and strength as a ruler. And so, King Roland ruled his kingdom with dignity and grace, and his people continued to love and respect him, donkey ears and all. The King with Donkey Ears moral story for kids at Story Kids Rise. Kids, please like, share, and subscribe to this video.
Story Kids Rise.